Hi, welcome back to Just an Everyday Fan. So tonight, unfortunately, the Liberty took the Fever in their game 98-77. Now, some of the stats worth mentioning, and I'm just going to go over points here. Mitchell had 16, Cunningham had 12, Dantas had 11, McDonald 10, Howard 8, Boston 7, and Timpson 8. As far as the Mercury, they fell to the Phoenix 66-79, and they were held down to some lower points. So AT only had 12 points, Bonner had 11, Whitcomb 9, Brown 11, McBride 18, Williams 12, Collier 10, Smith 11, and Shepard 8. Now, because these two games, because the Mercury fell to Minnesota and the Liberty took the Fever, New York has now moved into the second place in the overall standings, and Mercury has fallen to third place. Then you have Seattle, Atlanta, and then Indiana at sixth overall. It looked like a different team. There was definitely a struggle. This was a sad game to watch for me with Caitlin. She did not play today. I guess her injuries were too much for her to get out on the court. Not sure what's going on. I don't know that anyone knows what's going on except those to the closest to the Fever organization. Is, you know, you come up with a soft tissue injury on the left quad. Then it's the left groin. Now it's the right groin. Now, I did see a play where Sheldon had wrapped her knee around, and this was kind of late that this came out. Sheldon had kind of come in behind her, wrapped her knee around her, and it looked like she was trying to knee Caitlin Clark in the groin area. I'm not sure that she made contact or whether it was hard contact. I don't know if that spurred, but if that were the case with the wraparound and how she came around that left leg, it would have, had she actually made contact from her knee, it would have been the right groin. So clearly, I mean, I have seen a lot of basketball games. I have never seen anyone wrap up a player with a knee that is waist high. Literally wrapped around a player. So it's my opinion that Sheldon was trying to injure Caitlin Clark even further. And I don't know what to say to that. I don't have any answers to that. And you have to think about Caitlin. I'm not sure when she heard it. I don't know. This was kind of a very downer game for me to watch. The players look like they didn't have a leader. I think Sophie Cunningham stepped up in a big way. So kudos to Sophie. There were just shots that should have been made that weren't made. easy shots. And it just really didn't fall to the Fever's advantage. New York came out. They had all cylinders firing. Every one of their starters, they were sinking three-pointers. It's hard to beat a team that's sinking three-pointers. When you have all of your players that are out there that are able to just play out of their zones, go up and sink three-pointers, I think it's downright difficult to guard. So what does this mean? I don't think any of us know. I mean, Caitlin is questionable. She was questionable for today. I knew she wasn't going to play. I don't know what they're doing, waiting until the last minute. Is it ticket sales? Are they trying to get people to still tune in? It's interesting because when you see the Indiana Fever games, and this hasn't always been the case the whole year, but when you see the Indiana Fever games and Caitlin's out and injured, it's like they're trying to hold on to their viewer base to not click off. And so all the commercials, they're Caitlin Clark. You see the State Farm commercial, you see the Gatorade commercial, you see the Dominance commercial that they shot, the one like Asia Wilson has, and Fee Collier. So it's interesting. I think they're trying to keep the fan base engaged. I think they're trying to keep the viewership up. I did see in the crowd multiple Fever parents and kids, right, that were wearing Indiana jersey number 22. They had about the same expression on their face as I do on my face right now. They were deflated. And it's hard to watch because you have someone that has worked their whole life for this moment. And it has just seemed to go wrong since she stepped foot in the WNBA. Yes, her ability has brought her and allowed her to break 62 records her first year. She's still breaking records sitting half of the bench out with injury this year, which is just incredible. But at some point in time, I mean, mentally, it's got to get to Caitlin. She's handling a lot of pressure. Caitlin, she's under a tremendous amount of pressure. She's under pressure to perform for her sponsorship. She's under pressure for the team. She's under pressure for her fans because she feels like she owes them. They're coming, they're buying tickets, they're filling stadiums, the viewership. I think she has a lot of responsibility on her shoulders right now. And now she's going in, I guess maybe tomorrow, for the collective bargaining agreement. She's said that she would make an appearance there and help any way she can because this is a very, very important time for the league and she wants to help, which is noble of her considering she's not on any of the executive committees holding any kind of office. So I think that's great that she's doing that, and she's doing it for the players. Not just herself, the players. So this was a tough game, and they were back to back, and you could tell they were tired. They had travel, then they had played a game, they traveled again, and they were just, the Fever were tired. I don't know that they could have done anything differently. New York was just firing on all cylinders. Congratulations to Stewie and Sabrina and team. Y'all did great. You're looking wonderful for a 1-2 matchup with Minnesota. And I hear Jonquel Jones will be back shortly. So that in itself will be another bolster for the team. But as far as the Fever go, not so sure what's going to happen. Right now they're in 6th. If they can hold, if they could just hold in the 8th position or above, they will go into the playoffs. If not, they will not make it this season. And I think the most important thing right now is Caitlin. Getting her healthy, not bringing her back too quickly. But we're all in the dark on it. We're not getting any information. We're getting right groin, left groin. We're not getting any real information. They say it's day by day, but they already know she's going to be out 10 days, 2 weeks, but it's day by day. And I think that's kind of selfish, not letting the people know, because they want to continue to fill the stadiums if there's a possibility that she might play. They have to remember that these people are coming from, they're flying in, they're making flights, they're flying 5 hours to see their favorite player, and only to get off the plane and realize that she's not playing that night. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. So it was a tough night, and tomorrow's another day, and one foot in front of the other, and just hope and wish Caitlin a speedy recovery. Caitlin, whatever you need to do, take the time for yourself, please. Get healthy, and then come back to us. Come back to your team, because they need you. They need your leadership, and they need what you bring to the team. And it's still unclear if she's going to make the 3-point shoot-off tomorrow for the All-Stars, or let's see, not tomorrow, Friday for the All-Stars, and the actual All-Star game on Saturday. I'm tempted to say she probably will not make it, and it's a shame because she was voted in as the #1 pick for the captain for the first team, and that's a really big deal when you win a popular vote with, it was over 1.2 million fans voted for. And she's just watching all this go by. It's just going by her. I can't even imagine what this would feel like. But whatever you need, Caitlin, take it for yourself. Whatever that might be. I think your fans will support you. Until next time.